I think that buying the dip in crypto for something that has product market fit has more financial opportunity than nearly anything else you could possibly do. And so to work a job, I mean, like, how did I get so rich? Well, I kept investing. I invested in myself. I kept learning. I built my own businesses. And then I bought a lot of crypto. There's a lot of things you do to improve the world that cost you personally, and you don't end up profiting. You just end up losing. So you know, hey, this guy's poor. You give him all your money. Now you're broke. He's rich. Okay. And he'll probably become broke again, because that's how I got broke in the first place. That's why trust exists. So you trickle money at people so they don't just go blow it all. And then they're like, oh, well, I gave you all that money, you blew it all. That's why trust exists, so that you can trickle the money at them. So same thing with improving the world through crypto, is that you can get rich doing it, and then you become stronger while you're making the world a better place. You know, when you put your financial energy into peer-to-peer, open source, distributed, censorship resistant, known future issuance, something that gets more rare instead of more common, yeah, that's good for everybody that's involved. Obviously, what price you get in at makes a difference, and the rate at which you're acquiring new users and things like that. But it's a growth market. I mean, right now, the dollar's at its all-time low versus stuff, and other national currencies are at 20-year lows versus the dollar. So imagine if you held a currency that wasn't the dollar, another fiat currency, like say the euro, and cryptocurrency would solve all that. You know, if you bought Bitcoin or Ethereum or Dogecoin or Hex or anything much earlier, not anything, but any of the things that has good product market fit and durability, good security, well, you'd be up massive right now. You'd have life-changing wealth. You know, people talk about, oh, it's too late to buy Hex. You're like, oh, really? It's too late before it's listed on any big exchanges, before there's any documentaries, before there's a copy on another chain, while there's a 90% dip, and then also while there's only 107,000 stakers. That's when it's too late, because it sounds early to me. Yeah, so cryptocurrency, Hex, well, you know, the original question was freedom and vertical integration. And I covered the freedom a bit, but I didn't cover the vertical integration. Hex is made better by Pulsechain. Pulsechain, especially in the beginning, is made better by Ethereum. Probably most of the activity is going to be through bridges in the beginning until it gets direct listings, right? Because you have to touch the fiat world. You have to touch the economic energy that people get paid in. So the more secure that is, better for everybody. Not to mention, guys, Hex is on Ethereum as well. So a more secure Ethereum is a nice one. And then the wallet, you know, I'm not extremely happy with the wallet ecosystem in Ethereum. I'd like to see more diversity. I'd like to see there be more options. I'm having one built. It's in progress. So in theory, vertical integration would be, you've got the trading on PulseX, you've got the consensus network on Pulsechain, you've got value storage and Hex, but really all of these would probably serve value storage pretty good. But time deposit, there's nothing that's going to do that better than Hex. That right there is almost the whole stack. So you've got coins, trading, consensus network, wallet. Only thing left is fiat on-ramp and off-ramp. And then you're pretty much vertically integrated in that ecosystem. And it's weird to use the term vertical integration and things that are distributed, but they're more cultural, you know? So probably if you like salsa, you're more likely to like merengue. You know, if you like one kind of Latin music, you're probably more likely to like another kind of Latin music. If you like one kind of video game, you're probably more likely to like another kind of video game. And so if you like one Richard Hart invention, you're probably more likely to like other Richard Hart inventions. Have privacy. You have to have it. First of all, it's a protected human right. So the Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution states that there should be no unreasonable search and seizure. Well, why? Because the guys that wrote that were being unreasonably searched and seized, and they got tired of it. It sucked to just have anybody come in your house and search all your stuff all the time. It sucked. And then we had a digital right against that, or we had an analog right against that. So if you broke into someone else's mailbox and read their mail, that's a federal crime. Big no-no. But now everybody reads your mail. ISP reads your mail. Email provider reads your mail. Admin at their network reads the mail. It's a joke. And so you lost your analog rights in the digital world. And that's not the only place that's happened. You also lost, so there was laws about utilities and you having to have access to utilities. And the telephone was a utility and it had to be affordable to access it. And so they broke up a monopoly. They broke up Ma Bell into little regional things and split it up so you could get better deals. But now our utilities are social media. And so now you are this close to getting banned at all times. This close. It could be random, it could be a bot. I've had my YouTube channel banned 4 times, I believe. Luckily, it keeps coming back, but maybe one day it won't. If you want to live in a world where your rights are protected, you got to fight for it. And to fight for it politically makes sense. Technology can't solve politics, unfortunately. You've got to do the hard work of winning hearts and minds. And there's a lot of stupid people out there. So you got to speak truth to stupid. That's it. It's that simple. And there's a lot of powerful people that have got evil ideas in their head that they think are the ones that should win, which is unfortunate. So you got to combat those guys too. It's this whole breed of people that thinks the right way to run the world is to remove other people's speech to them. It's like, didn't you go to school and learn about the Constitution? Why do you think free speech is a protected right? The First Amendment. The first. Why is it the first? Because without it, the other ones don't really matter much. With Tornado Cash, you cannot run an effective business without privacy. You can't have your customers knowing what you're paying your suppliers. You can't have one supplier know what you're paying another supplier. You can't have a list of all your customers public. You can't have a list of all your employees public. Your employees can't know what other employees are getting paid. You need anonymity in capitalism, period. You need privacy as a human being to function, period. I'm not the inventor of this idea. These ideas have been around for a very long time, and that's why it's illegal to get binoculars and peep in other people's windows. That's why it's illegal to break into people's houses and read all their documents or steal their trade secrets. Or, there's a long list of the courts deciding that your privacy is special. So, and then what happens? Well, the government decides to just make it harder for everybody. So they hurt everybody. So to try and stop one criminal, they hurt everybody. Well, why are you trying to stop the criminal? To prevent them from doing harm. So you do harm instead of them? Doesn't make sense. The idea of stopping financial criminals is to help everyone else that's honest go about their business and live a better life. And so there needs to be anonymity for capitalism on the blockchain. And it's not okay that whenever you pay someone, they see history of everyone you've ever done business with, how much money you make, when you make it, that's not okay. It's not even in the realm of okay. But the governments are out of date on it. They don't understand how important it is, probably because they've never run a business on the blockchain before. Maybe once some legislators have actually operated a business on the blockchain, they'll understand how important privacy is. But I mean, I guess Pulsechain is going to be similarly duopolistic. I don't know, I'm sure that's the right way to say that, but I think it is the right way to say that. How many scams are going to launch on Pulse? Endless. But that's what freedom looks like. And that's what helping the majority honest things looks like. And that's what saving hexagons from gas fees looks like. So the question is, with margin trading, does it provide the same net utility as consensus network? Probably not. But if people are going to get wrecked margin trading, probably better they get wrecked someplace that wrecks them less than more. If you really want to get fruity with it. So here's the thing, do I want to give my amazing ideas for you to make something that people are going to get wrecked on? I don't know. I might keep a lot of my secret sauce to myself. I don't want to tell you the things that I might put in the wallet. I don't want to tell you the things I might put in the leverage thing. But I can tell you for now, I don't have anyone working on the leverage thing at all. Nobody. So let's focus on getting to mainnet, you know? Having a wallet that you know isn't like eyeballing you to death, I think is the like core feature. Is it secure? Yes. Do you know it's not eyeballing you to death? Right? Is it sending copies of your transactions to people that are there to analyze them? Because I don't like that idea that a wallet could be doing that. If you don't have any capital, you got two options. You can borrow it, which is risky. Maybe who borrowed from breaks your legs. Maybe you buy the wrong thing. You can't pay it back. But in America, you do have bankruptcy law. And so there are some people that do borrow stuff and then go bankrupt if it doesn't work out. Now, I've never suggested that to anybody because it's risky, because some portion of people is going to lose on that. It's a lot less risky is you work a job. And what's the best paying job? Sales. And who's the most likely to start their own business? Salespeople. And so why not? And do you need 7 years of school to go into sales? No. Even if the idea is to put money into your own business, usually crypto is going to outdo you. So if you bought Ethereum, I mean, it's so easy to quote, Hex going up 10,000x. But let's say we quoted something that went up a lot less. Let's say we quoted Ethereum, which went up, say, a 50x. What's 88 to 5,000? It's like a little bit more than a 50x. So even if you just caught something that had far less gains than Hex, even if it was just Ethereum, would your own business have given you 50-fold your money? No, probably not. Now, let's say you can't catch the bottom and catch the top. So now maybe you get like a 10x or 15x. Would your own business have 10 or 15x your money? Usually not. I think that buying the dip in crypto for something that has product market fit has more financial opportunity than nearly anything else you could possibly do. And so to work a job, I mean, like, how did I get so rich? Well, I kept investing. I invested in myself. I kept learning. I built my own businesses. And then I bought a lot of crypto. And I mined crypto too. That sucks, by the way. The same things that I got rich with are the same things that you could get rich with now. By the way, Ethereum's still net inflationary, I believe, even after the merge. So I'm not familiar with volume or popularity in those things. I guess the Bitcoin price would be one of those things. It'd be nice to have a Bitcoin price feed. But you could kind of just calculate, yeah, it depends on how much bridged in wrap Bitcoin there is. I mean, if the bridged in wrap Bitcoin has a relatively stable chart, you could kind of guess that that's your price oracle for what the value of Bitcoin price is. So if you want more like weird use case, weird bridged in stuff, I don't know. Go ask one of the existing Oracle guys to point one of their nodes over to the Pulsechain, or just if it's open source, do it yourself.